Thank you guys for coming. Thank you. Appreciate it.
In this lesson, we're going to learn some more advanced strikes. Now, this is by all means not the end-all be-all of strikes in the world. There are hundreds and hundreds of ways we can change our fist and strike our opponent. But this is going to be all that we have left on our Hapkido curriculum for our striking. Our last few strikes are going to come in at a variety of angles and ranges. So we're going to get out of punching range for some of them and move more into our grappling range. The basic principles for the strikes, however, don't change. So we still need to move our hips. We still need to exhale, tighten our abs when we throw the strikes. We still need to aim for our targets. And we still need to bring our fist back to protect our face once we're done striking. The first strike we're going to learn is our hammer fist. So again, our hand needs to be in a fist. We're going to be striking down at an angle. So for this, we're striking towards either the neck, down towards the jaw, or the clavicle. For the hammer fist, instead of striking with the knuckle of the fist, we're going to strike more with the meaty part, okay, so closer towards our pinky. So the hammer fist looks like this. Boom. Let's practice our hammer fist a few times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Our next strike is our knife hand. It's the same angle as our hammer fist. We're using the same hand shape as our palm heel strike and our ridge hand. So the knife hand looks like that. Now with this hand shape, it's a little more difficult to strike bone, so we're primarily going to be striking towards the throat at a downward angle. Let's practice 10 reps of our knife hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next strike is our side knife. We're going to keep the same hand shape as our knife hand, but now we're going to come out at the side. For this, we're still aiming generally towards the throat area. Let's rep out our side knife a few times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Next, we're going to look at our back fist. For this, we need to make a fist again, and we're coming around the same angle as our side knife. Again, with the fist, it's going to be a little bit easier to strike the entirety of the face. We can go in, try to get towards the throat area, or on the lower portion of the body. Striking the chest with this isn't going to be as effective. Our back fist looks like this. Let's rep it out a few times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The next few strikes we're going to learn are in our grappling range, which means we're no longer really able to throw solid kicks or punches. We have to divert to elbows, hooks, uppercuts, knees. First thing we're going to learn for our close-up strikes is going to be our uppercut. We're We're going to keep our hands in tight, and our hands are going to be curled into fists. For the uppercut, I need to load my body by sinking my elbow closer to my hips. Notice that I don't just bring my elbow down. I need to bring my whole body down to keep my face protected. I'm going to use my hips to fire up my punch. Ideally, I'm going to be striking just below the jawline. So we want to avoid striking up too high. It's totally unnecessary. We're here, strike up to the jaw. Load, strike up to the jaw. Let's practice the uppercut 10 reps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Next, we're going to learn our hook. So again, my hands are in tight to my body. I'm going to bring my striking elbow out, so it's horizontal, and I'm going to shift my hips and strike. Again, with this hook, we don't want to overextend so far that now I turn my back towards my attacker. I'm pretty much aiming for head, jawline, or if I sink low, I can get in lower body shots as well. We don't want to overextend this one. So this is pretty much all the movement that you need. Let's do 10 reps of our hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Last, we're going to look at our elbows. For our Hapkido body movement drill, we do a 4-directional elbow strike. So that's how we're going to practice our elbows today. When we throw an elbow, we are striking with the elbow. So we need to bring it up and shift our hips. And again, the power mostly comes from our hips. When I have my elbow at a horizontal angle, that is called a horizontal elbow. When I come back to load for the next elbow and strike behind me, I'm going to do a horizontal elbow behind. Every time we're going to strike behind us, we're going to look behind us. We want to make sure that we're seeing what we're hitting every single time. So I come forward, I strike back. The last 2 elbows of my 4-directional elbow strike are going to be diagonal elbows. So diagonal coming forward and diagonal going behind me. For this, my front hand is going to stay in front of my face, protecting my face. As this front diagonal elbow comes up, it comes over my hand. Almost like I'm trying to brush my hair back with my back hand. When I come back, it goes backward in the angle that it came up. And I look behind me to strike behind me. So up, back. So altogether we have 2 horizontal, 1 to the front, 1 to the back, and 2 diagonal, 1 coming up and 1 coming back. We make sure that our hips are moving with each elbow strike. And we combine all 4 to make a smooth movement. Let's practice our 4-directional elbow strike. Do 5 off one side, 5 off the other. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we'll switch feet and go off the other hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now that you've got got your basic and more advanced strikes down. In the next lesson, we're going to learn how to apply them to our Hapkido body movement drill.